Hey, I'm Jewel, a Caribbean fashion designer building a brand from scratch while balancing my mental health with entrepreneurship. I sew to survive. I sew to heal. Welcome to the Cozy Chaos.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to another studio vlog. It's a good Jewel. I'm the creator of Jewellz Closette, which is a sewing and alterations business, and the owner and founder of the slow fashion brand called Chocolate Cheeks. It is currently 9:19 in the morning, and we have the entire week ahead of us. It's currently Monday. Today's Monday. We have the entire week ahead of us as per usual. So, what are we working on today? I am honestly not feeling like I want to do any work. I have not been feeling like I want to do any work for like the last 7 days, like the last week. It's just like been a roller coaster of emotions of all sort of things that are happening, and it's just like I don't want to work and I don't want to do anything. I don't want to write. Like I was trying to write yesterday and day before, I think it was. I was trying to write and I can't seem to be able to figure out how to move from chapter 3. Like I've written this book already, lost half the majority of the content on this book. Now we have to write about the entire book, and I don't really want to. Like I just want to get to the insights and incidents and just, get over with it. That's how I'm feeling right now about this book, and that's probably not the best way to be feeling about it. But yeah, then last night I probably went to my bed probably like 2, 3 o'clock this morning because I slept last night so that I can talk to my best friend who lives overseas. And so I made sure and slept before because we have 4 hour conversations on the phone. So I did that. And then when she had left, like it was like 12 a.m. my time, or probably like minutes to 1 my time. And so I literally sat on the couch and was trying to figure life out. You know, those 1 a.m., 2 a.m. figuring out your life kind of situations. And then I finally started to feel like sleepy after, went straight to my bed. Oh, also too, my fan decided to off itself. So I had to unplug it because it started making this like weird noise. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to be sleeping with this fan making this weird noise. And then what if it catches a fire? What if I wake up to, a burning building? So we had to unplug that. That meant that I had no fan to sleep with, which meant that I had to battle with the mosquitoes. So I did spray out the room and everything, but I still think I got bitten a lot. So that's great. Anyways, that's besides the point. Welcome back to the studio vlog. Welcome back. I don't have any energy, even though I look like I have energy. I just had a bath. I made sure I freshen up myself and everything. I don't have any energy. I don't want to do anything. Honestly, I just kind of in a very depressed, down mode. And I have a slight idea of why, but I don't really know how to get out of it. So we're just going to work, right? The first thing that we need to work on is some pants. Let me get those pants for you. So my darling of a client came, I think it was last week, to drop off, I think it's like Wednesday or something, dropped off these pants. So I have to work on this. I already started, like I prepped the hemline and everything. So we have to stitch this. I'm going to have to color match with thread to get the right color for this so that I can stitch this up. So that's one thing that we're going to be working on in this video. The second thing that I want to work on, I have a client coming for around 10 or 11. It is currently 9:22. So around 10 or 11, I think this client is coming. We have to do some readjustments on a garment because when I tell you put on your garment before you leave the studio and you don't, and then you go home and you try it on and it's not, fit in the way you need it to fit, like, there's minor adjustments to make. Whose fault is that? Anyways, so that person is coming back to get readjustments and everything. I was like, okay, bring it back, because I know that not all the time you do something, like you readjust something, it's going to be 100% perfect. There's always going to be some additional adjustments that you have to make. So just do it in the studio so that I can fix it. So they're going to be coming around 11, I think. Around that time, that's going to take like a little chunk out of whatever I wanted to do today. I think I'm going to be leaving the studio early, probably like 2:30 today. So I don't have much time. I probably have like 6 hours of work that I have to get done. So yeah. Also too, I want to start working like drafting on the waistcoat for the male wear. So I want to start drafting the waistcoat and actually probably like, do I have fabric to cut that out? I could find some fabric to cut that out and get that done. And then I have a work dress that I have for another client that delivered everything on the 30th of December. And now today is what? The 19th of January. So we are way overdue with even starting a mock-up. We have not even drafted out the actual work dress. And I'm pretty sure that person's going to come and be like, hey, what's up? So we're going to have to work on that as well. So I have things to work on. Besides that, we also too are currently working on my mom's stuff. So when I go up there this week, I'm gonna have to finish off her half slips, and then I want to also start cutting out or continue cutting out the um pillowcases for her, so that we can start stitching those up and we can start, stuffing and filling or whatever that she needs to do. So that is also on the agenda. So probably all that will be in this week's vlog. I have absolutely no idea. I've been talking for 6 minutes so far already. Let's get to work. Let's watch something. I think I'm gonna watch The Hunting Party because I have not seen episode 2 of the latest season yet. So I think I'm gonna watch that while I get to work. I do not think I'm gonna be doing this first. I think I'm gonna be drafting out the waistcoat first. Something fun and for me. So let's go.
Previously on the hunting party. Home to the most dangerous and violent criminals in history. All of
Let's have a conversation. It's currently 11:45. It's 11:45 on the dot. I started working around 9:30, I think. 11:45. So we've been here for about 2+ hours, right? I have only drafted. We drafted the bodice and then I drafted the skirt piece, but it's gonna be a dress, so it has to like combine. I'm using a different drafting method, like different instructions, which I found that worked because I'm not doing things properly and I don't like it. So I just want to go back to like the basics. I think I mentioned this in like previous videos where I'm just like following the instructions. So I have like when I went pattern drafting school and you took the courses and the classes and everything, like we got these sort of like worksheets with all the written instructions, which really helped me to be better at sewing. So I need instructions. I need line by line instructions. So I need those instructions to like get work done properly, right? And I think like it worked the first time because I did it on the blue princess dress that went. I did like the pattern drafting with that. So I guess my whole thing, what I'm trying to say is I need those instructions to really focus on what I'm doing. So this here is the drafting instructions for like the basic bodice. This is not inclusive of the hip measurement. Now, honestly, I'm going to say that it's a little tedious and weird because like the dart placements and the dart width and everything is like really off. And I don't have the mind or expertise to understand how to fix that, right? When I say it's off, it's like when you put everything else together, whatever, it fits. It's just if you have to connect this together with a skirt piece or the hip piece, I really don't know how to do that. So it's a learning process, it's a working process right now. Usually what I would just simply do would take the patterns that I've already drafted, which is quite a lot of patterns I've drafted, and I would just simply adjust the pattern to the new person's measurements and just work with that. But I'm trying my best to make patterns that are fitting really well to that client, you know. So we drafted the whole pattern, and then we're gonna we're gonna see if it's working, what needs to be taken, and stuff like that. But that's what we're working with. However, what I'm trying to say is that I'm very hungry and I'm gonna have lunch. I'm currently cooking, but I started doing these sleeve patterns. We did the skirt pattern and the bodice pattern, which wasn't that difficult, and I'm very happy because I have all the patterns. I have the pants pattern, which I don't need because I have another pants pattern that's gonna work. I want to say too, if it says you find that a pattern is working really well for you and it's like no troubles or whatever, just stick with it. Don't try to do new things. Don't try. So I have a sleeve pattern that works wonders. It's superb. It's like the easiest sleeve pattern instructions I've ever had, and it works. I have absolutely no issues with it. Please tell me why it is I thought that I could follow this instructions. What the hell is 1/6 of 7? I'm not even good at maths, so I'm just like mind blown. And then I'm hungry, so my brain isn't working, my stomach is growling, and I'm just annoyed right now. And like, what made me think that I could follow these instructions and get away with it? So we're gonna go back to the original sleeve pattern instructions that I know all too well, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna follow the pants pattern that I have been using for a little while now that has actually been working wonders, like superb. So I'm going to follow that pants pattern when I'm making the suit for this client. I'm going to follow the sleeve pattern that I originally had that works wonders as well to make these sleeves for these dresses and for the jackets, the work suits. I'm going to follow that sleeve pattern. We are going to stick with the bodice pattern that I created earlier on today. We're going to stick with that. We're going to see how it's fitting on the client, and then we're going to make necessary adjustments. And also to the skirt patterns are like super easy to like, you know, make or whatever. So I know what I'm sticking with. What I do want to say though is I'm so not the biggest fan of pattern drafting. Like, I really don't like it. I keep saying that the day I get an employee, it's going to be a pattern drafter, because I really don't like pattern drafting. I think it takes so much time, and probably I need to get out of the mental space that it's taking too much time. I need to do other things, and maybe actually assign a day for pattern drafting so I can have all those patterns drafted, because you can't exactly draft patterns and stuff on the same day that you want to actually sew garments. So if it means that you draft patterns for 5 hours, because sometimes a pattern takes 5 hours to draft, if you want to do that, then the rest of the time for work should be dedicated to actually doing something else with regards to sewing, not working on that same pattern, you know. So I think that's what I need to like put into my brain, my mental whatever. I'm tired. I know it's been only about 2 hours, but still, it's annoying and frustrating to have to create patterns over and over and over for different clients, and that's why I started adapting patterns from the originals that I have. Like I said, adapting patterns. But we're trying something new, and it's getting to me, and it could be the hunger. So, yes. So yeah, we're gonna be working on that. My client still hasn't reached yet. She messaged and said that she's gonna be late, so she's gonna be coming around 12 when I want to swallow my food. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, what I'm gonna do for the rest of the after lunch, I don't know. I want to really just do the sleeve pattern, get it over with, so I'll have like those patterns. But then I realized also too, we need to create a dress pattern, because we're making a dress for the first product for this client. Making a dress pattern, like adapting a dress pattern from the actual bodice pattern, is going to prove to be a little tricky, because we did not use the patterns I'm accustomed to. But then I think I also too have instructions to show how to add on the hip measurement, and as long as we get to add on that hip measurement, we should be fine. So I need to eat, so we're gonna see. This is where I am at currently with regards to getting this done. At least we have made progress, and I actually started drafting out something, so if she calls, I'll be like, oh, we're in the middle of drafting or in the middle of cutting stages. So I don't have to worry about that. Like, at least I have that, you know, done. The next thing I want to do is get the waistcoat done. I think earlier on you would have seen that I was trying to like do the waistcoat, recognize I don't have the measurements for that, so I'm gonna have to get the measurements for that and start drafting out the waistcoat, and we'll see. Good morning. Good morning. So it's Wednesday. So this is what, the third day of this vlog. It's Wednesday. We are currently editing some videos. It's a heavily editing day today because we have a few videos that need to come out. Needs to come out this like Saturday, Tuesday. So I'm like trying to finish like editing everything. I don't know. Is this place like sounding really echoey? I don't know. I'm coming to you from my office. So we're doing some editing here. The studio is actually closed today, so we don't have to worry about that or worry about anyone really trying to like call us into the studio. We don't have to worry about that. We're just trying to finish off some editing. I woke up at about 6 a.m. this morning, or half 6, around there. So I've been up for a few hours and I only had a coffee. Am I hungry? Probably. But yeah, and it's currently 10 a.m. right now. I just got done finished editing the first video, which probably took me like an hour and a half to edit, and it's a 7-minute video. So that's wonderful. We have at least I have 2 podcast episodes that I need to edit, and also I have a video that I recorded yesterday that I think is going to go up next week Tuesday, so I have that to edit as well too. I think I'm going to edit the podcast episodes first because they are more like straightforward, I think, and easier to edit. At least, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to put food in my system first to really start thinking about what I'm doing. I'm thinking about making potato salad today and letting that go with what I had made yesterday, so that just like, spices up the food and the food that I want to eat. So I'm thinking about that. But we probably should go and like just peel the potatoes, put them onto boil, and get that on with. Anyways, potato salad. What else do you put in potato salad? So we're here today. We're doing editing. We're heavily editing. I have found that because I am like lining off my things, planning out, organizing my things, and because I'm like trying to, what's that word? I'm trying to script out my content and plan out my content. I have found that I am actually moving a little bit easier, even though maybe I'm not like feeling up to it. I'm actually doing things better, and knowing what needs to be done and what needs to get put out first. So that's actually helping me. So organization is definitely the key in this instance, right? I have one more video that I think I need to script, and that is the 2025 video, where all the outfits that I made for that year, but that because I've made outfits that were not mine's. I'm going to be including that in the video because I don't think I made enough me-made outfits for that year. So that's probably going to be like a short video. So I'm going to have to include the things that I did, like all the things that I worked on. So I'm going to be like what I worked on in 2025. That's a lot more things. Like I counted, I think it was like 60 things or something like that, I think. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to have to like get the footage for that. So we're going to be searching through the phone to get the footage for that. And that's going to be filmed probably next week Monday, because it has to come out on Saturday next week. So yeah, I think I have it scheduled in that it's going to be filmed probably next week Monday. We have that. We also do have to plan out the video. So my stash video, that's going to come out next week Thursday. We know exactly what we're going to be making. I started drafting out the pattern for that, and I have to draft out another pattern because I want to do it in 2 sizes. I think I wear small, so I want to do it in a size small, and then I want to do it in a size large or extra large, I think it is. So we have to draft out the extra large, the large, the extra large pattern, and that would be for the So My Snatch video that I need to start filming next week, I think, and get edited before next week Thursday. So we have that as well to work on. But I'm so happy because I have everything all planned out, like in my YouTube tracker. There's like everything that needs to be done, and so I know what videos are going up first and what needs to be filmed and everything. So I'm really excited about it. And because I know what videos I want for each week, I can actually start doing the scripting. Makes it much easier. So that's what we're working with right now. So we're editing this, and I probably need to go and eat after, because I'm not really in the mood to edit a podcast episode. We have 2 more episodes to edit, and they're going up on February the 1st because I'm launching my podcast on February. So we're going to be uploading the intro episode plus 3 additional episodes. So all that will be on February the 1st. And I'm thinking that this podcast is probably going to be bi-monthly, or I'm thinking it's going to be monthly, either monthly or bi-monthly. I'm not too sure. And basically with this podcast, it's just simply me talking about my experiences and things I've encountered in the fashion industry that I just want to talk about, but it's actually like 5 to 7 minutes long because I don't want to have to spend so much time editing anything. Although these episodes, I think it's like 10 minutes long, but I just want, short stuff, although I really love talking. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're doing the podcast mainly because there are things that I want to talk about. It's video podcasting too. So it's uploaded on YouTube, and it's also going to be uploaded on Spotify, what I'm going to be using, Spotify podcasters. But it's just things that I want to talk about that is like not really part of the rest of like the schedule for my YouTube channel. It's just like, mundane stuff, mundane lessons I've learned, and mundane there's things that I've learned in the industry so far and that I just want to talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about. My video just finished editing, so I'm going to get down to that. I'm going to schedule it up. I'm going to be cutting out the fabric on this. And the reason why I'm going to be doing that is the measurements that I took, and it's matching up with a waistcoat that I had made already. And somehow when you put the paper pattern against the individual, it's not lining up, like it's not making sense. But the measurements on this paper pattern is actually way bigger than the person, like it's like 2 inches bigger to accommodate for like ease and all this other stuff, right? So what I'm gonna do is cut out the pattern that I originally have, and I am going to see if it actually fits the person. If that's the case, then we don't have to do another pattern for this person. We could just use this, and that would be great because the majority of our work will be done, and then your girl could actually make the video that is going to go with this about making male wear. So hopefully this works. We're going to see what's the issue and work with that. So let's go. Let's have a chatty chat. It is currently, it's 11:36. It's 11:36 in the morning. What do I have to say? First of all, I'm going to be making some potato salad. I think I talked about that already. So I already bought the potatoes. They're in the fridge. They're colding. And then we're going to make the potato salad. I'm excited about that. Moving on from that, we are making a waistcoat. So I just did the measurements and everything. Just did the entire waistcoat. When I tell you Having patterns just makes life so much easier. Like, I'm so happy that this year I'm like thinking to myself, make sure and like make your patterns and have your patterns there just to make your life much easier. I have patterns for everything when it comes to what I need for my outfits. So I have pants, blouse, dress. I have different dress patterns as well too to make different types of outfits. I have my blouse pattern, my pants pattern, my skirt pattern. I have circle skirt, half circle, quarter circle skirt pattern. I got A-line pattern. I have all the patterns for my outfits. Honestly, I'm thinking about redoing some of the patterns and being a little bit more intentional with my pattern making. But then for like other things, I recognize having the pattern is so vital and it just makes life so much easier. So much easier. So I just literally sat down for probably less than 30 minutes and sewed out the waistcoat, at least the mock-up of the waistcoat, to see if it is I'm gonna be, what's that word? If it's gonna fit. I can never find words. But I do want to say that pattern drafting is something I really hate. But if I do work on like a pattern every day, I do one pattern, I do a piece of a pattern, it actually isn't bad. I feel kind of horrible in myself to work on patterns because I'm just thinking to myself, this isn't bringing instant cash into the business, but it's gonna do long term. Like it's gonna save me on time, and I need to like reset my mindset. Currently, I'm working on a pattern for a client to do a work dress, and I'm also working on a pattern for myself to make a jacket sleeve. So piece by piece, we're learning how to do the jacket so that we can master the art of tailoring. So we're doing that, and we're considering taking some more courses to further our knowledge and education. So that's the update so far. I am gonna get this prototype, get a person to try it on and see what needs to be adjusted, and we are gonna, I don't know, move on with our life. I do need to get something in my stomach. I'm so hungry. But we're gonna do that, and I'm just excited because how is it that I finished this pattern in less than 30 minutes? This means that there's so many things that I can actually sew in a day, just by simply having the pattern and cutting out everything one time, and then you just like you go and you sew. Planning and preparation. This year I am doing the thing. So that's my updates.
Making sure there's maximum continuity for the reader. I think one of my biggest
Look what I made yesterday. It isn't anything grand, but it's a prototype and it fits fairly well. I have some adjustments just to make on it, but it's not to be made on the pattern, it's to be made on actual fabric. Happy Thursday! I am getting ready to go to my mom, and I think I have 6 minutes before I leave here. But I'm getting ready to go to my mom, so that's gonna be fun. And we're just gonna, chill and hang out for a little bit. And I'm gonna be actually doing some sewing for her, making up some stuff or whatever, and seeing what else needs to be done. But anyways, it's Thursday. This is the 4th day of this vlog week. I yesterday got to do the waistcoat, like a rough sketch, and I showed you guys that. So I did the rough sketch of the waistcoat and everything. So we could kind of move on with actually making stuff because we already have the fabric and we have the person. So we could get on to actually making whatever we need to make. So I'm really excited about that. We are going to get that started probably a little later, because I want to make sure that everything is fitting fine. I did kind of adjust the pattern a little bit, so I want to make sure that it's fitting fine. So we're gonna get that done. But right now we're heading out to just go and spend some time with my mom. I'm excited. Let's see, up there is like, oh, it's frigid, but I'm excited. So I just wanted to like check in day 4, and when we come back, we have some work to get done for another client. We're gonna get that done and probably continue drafting out the dress for the other client. So we have some things to do. We're gonna get our things done, but for now we're taking a little break. So let's go.
So it's like 4, it's 4, so it's basically 4 o'clock. And I have my salted caramel French vanilla ice coffee. I was just feeling for something sweet, and I'm also feeling a little tired. I do want to go and take an afternoon like siesta, but I can't. This is so good. I think it's Leon's salted caramel ice latte mixed in here along with Nescafe coffee and, well, of course, sugar. And then we also have Coffee Mate's French vanilla. No caramel or any no caramel syrup or any cinnamon this time. Oh, and I also have some full cream milk in here as well too. So we have a thing going, and it's grand. So it's after 4. I'm currently in my office, and I'm going to get some things done. The lighting is horrible inside of here. You know, I talk about horrible lighting probably 9 out of 10 times. But I'm going to get some stuff done. I need to get some admin work done. I have to upload my thumbnail to my video. Is going to be uploaded tomorrow. That's going to be posted tomorrow. I do have to do some logistics with that video, and then I have to see what else I want to do. I'm feeling to just like lay in my bed, take a rest, and look at some small business vlogs or something, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I think I came back from my mom. I'm feeling very happy that I went and, you know, did what I needed to do. I had my sister out, I had my mom out, so I'm really happy about that. We shall see what we do next week. I'm trying my hardest to not rush this drink down, because I honestly just want to swallow the whole thing in one go, but that's a lot of caffeine to be pumping into the system as quickly as that, so we're taking our time. But yeah, so I got through with making one of the items for my mom. I'm trying to make the other one, but the machine decided that it doesn't want to sew that fabric anymore, so we're going to leave it. So I got through hand sewing one of the items for her so she can wear that, and I guess next week I'm going to do the next one and see how that goes. I also too got some plants. My sister, she put aside some pimento plants, pepper plants for me, so I got those and I just transplanted them. And then I also got the Transcentia, I think it is, the Wandering Drew. I got that as well. I got it again because I had it before. I got it again, so I also too just transplanted that as well too into some water to see if it's going to catch and everything. So I'm really excited about that. So we're doing things. Yesterday I was in the mood to actually write, and I did not because I was not home, but I was like in the mood to write something, which is so crazy because now I'm home, I'm just like, I just want to sleep. But yesterday I was in the mood to write. I just really want to start or continue writing my story. But yeah, that's basically the update for right now. I am gonna finish my iced coffee, I'm gonna lay in my bed, I'm gonna do some admin work, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of the day.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Good morning. It's Friday. It's the second to last day of this vlog. I think I've been doing pretty well with, filming every single day. At least some little snapshots or something every day. I feel like I've been doing it really good. I know it's probably like the second week, but who cares? I've been doing it. I'm really excited about it. So it's currently 9:30 in the morning. I got up this morning. I did the uploading of the thumbnail for my video that's going out tomorrow. You can go check that out. I think when this video comes out, that will be already out because that's going out tomorrow, and this video is like coming out a few weeks later. So you can go and check that out because we're talking about building our clothing brand and the dress that we're going to be making. So go check it out. Also too, I was able to do that. Then I was also able to do a client's piece because he's coming for that today, so I got to finish that, which is great. I love a little procrastination apparently because I've had this thing to do for quite a while now, and honestly it was just a hem, and I don't even understand why it took so long. And I think it's because I know that it's just hemming and that it's not going to take that long, so I just like left it for the last minute, and then it turns out that it was not as smooth as I thought it was going to be because somehow it's either my needle is dull and I think I need to change it, which is weird because I just changed that needle. Like I've broken so many needles in the past few weeks, and I have not left my house to go into the fabric district in months to even get needles. So I'm probably down to like the last 3 heavy duty needles, and I think that one is dull because it did not go through that fabric properly, unless I was using the wrong needle and it was not that needle for that fabric. Whatever. The thing about it is that the hem has been hemmed and the pants has been stored away so that he can come and get that later on today. And this morning I was sitting having my coffee and I got inspiration to make something for my stash. So next week, I think it's next week Thursday. I'm trying to do a new schedule where we do studio vlogs on a Tuesday, sewing my stash videos every 2 weeks on a Thursday, and where we have like series videos and things like that. But so I think next week Thursday we are going to be doing a sew my stash video where I'm sewing things on my stash, and I think that's going to go into the sew my stash playlist and the 25 outfits in 2025 playlist. What I want to say is I had scheduled to do a video where I wanted to make elastic pants because I just want to use my stash. Like I have a big bag of clothing and I had put out a video last year. I'll put it up here talking about all the fabric I want to make before 2025 ends, which is totally unrealistic because we only had 2 weeks and I had like this big huge bag of fabric. So this year I actually want to go through and use the fabric with creating videos for the Store My Stash videos. That's my thought process behind it, so I can get through all that fabric as I have so much fabric. So I had planned to make pajamas pants using this fabric, and I think when this video goes up, all that would have been done. This video is not going up anytime soon, I don't think, but I'm using this fabric. This fabric gives pajama pants, like it's letting me know I want to be pajamas, right? So in the video that I had created last year, I had put aside all the stuff. This is 2 yards, and I did put down what I want to make with each item. We're going to do some pajamas. So I had taken my friend's measurement, which she's a plus size person, so I wanted to do a plus size pants. I wanted to draft out a plus size pattern for her, so we're going to be working on that, and I just want to see if it can be done. I have done a male pants, plus size model is what I want to do, and of course my pants. So I'm going to be making a plus size in this and a basic one for me. Well, I think I'm small, so I'm going to be doing a small and a plus size and seeing how it fits. But that is what I had planned for next week's Store My Stash video. However, at the time of this recording, it is January the 23rd. It's Friday, January the 23rd. And in 6 days, Bridgerton Season 4 will be released. We are excited. We can't wait. We are looking forward to Benedict and Sophie's story. And I just thought to myself, why not make a Bridgerton inspired outfit or thing? I want that video to be released on the same day that I'm going to be releasing the pajamas video, so I decided to just change it up. So pajamas video will be coming out in February, and the Bridgerton inspired thing, whatever, video will be coming out next week instead. Now I have some ideas as to what I want to make. I've been looking at the posters that Netflix posts to see, like, you know, what really resonates with me. And honestly, what resonates is those masks that they're wearing, the eye mask. Like, there's so many, and I have like a template and everything. So I do want to see if I can work on that and see what happens. I have never done this before, so having a Bridgerton inspired something, you know, making something for that is just really, really fun. So that's what we have been inspired to do while sitting on the couch, and we are going to be using fabric from my stash, so it will be a Store My Stash video, but just a little bit more elevated, I'm guessing. So that's basically where we're at. I also want to say we're already running to 8 minutes into this. Oh my god, this studio vlog is going to be so long. I also want to say too that I am feeling so happy and inspired. I don't know what next week is going to bring, honestly, but this week I am feeling so organized and planned out and everything. On my YouTube tracker, I have where every video is and what needs to be edited, what needs to start planning, and I have dates. So I know when I wake up this morning, I knew, hey, you have to film the everything I made in 2025 video. You have to film that today, or at least start filming that today, and you need to film that because that's due in a week. And so don't matter how I feel, if I feel like, oh, I don't want to do this or whatever, or my body doesn't want to do it, or I don't know what I need to do today, I have a schedule. My YouTube tracker has everything in it. So I've been updating it, I've been using it, and I am excited about it. So even if I feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, we're gonna have to like stick to it. So at least like start off, you know, the video. I'm trying to do it, like start the video, drop it in the folders on my cloud, and so that I can always come back to it. I have to realize too that making a video, like, you don't have to create something in one day. A video is not usually one day. A video is usually a series of days, and it only looks like one day, or it's because it's so cohesive or whatever. So I have to remember that you can't just make one item and that's going to be a whole video in one day. A video can span over months. Some persons have been making videos over months. Like they say, oh, this has been 2 months in the working, and I'm like, what? 2 months? I don't know how to deal with 2 months in the working, but I'm going to have to learn. So just like how I make my day in my life videos and I do the week in my life videos, like these studio vlogs that are usually a week-long video, I can do the same thing for the videos I'm creating. I just have
a schedule of what it is I need to be filming, and then I just started. So next month we're starting. I wish I did started this month. Did I do anything this month? I don't think I did. But we're doing themed months. So every month I'm making a big ridiculous project, and it's gonna be for the whole month, and then we're releasing it at the end of the month. I'm trying that, and hopefully at the end of the year we're gonna have 12 or 11. If we can slip in 12, we will do 12, but we're gonna have 11 big ridiculous projects. That's enough of my chit chat. I have been talking for almost 11 minutes, and that is not even the end of it. I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay, update. So where we're at. Do we like these angles? I'm trying out new things. I'm always trying out something new. It's currently 12:45. I literally fell asleep. I think I fell asleep. Probably for like 15 minutes. I think probably like 15 minutes I fell asleep. I was feeling so sleepy. The fan was like blowing on me, and I just knocked out. I was watching a video, woke up in the middle of another video. It's been about 15 minutes. So I'm up. I'm actually not feeling that intense sleepiness anymore, but now I'm feeling like intense hunger, and it's minutes to 1, so it makes sense. Do we like the angles, or should we not do this? Like, should Jewel just behave? Let me know. Anyways, I'm gonna get lunch because I have lunch. I'm gonna make sure that this lunch is actually good lunch. If you're like me, or probably you're not like me, I think my plants are like really not doing what it's supposed to do. Like, why is he bending? He's bending like he needs to get transplanted. This is like the updated plant kitchen corner at this point right now. We have a lot of waffle because we did a lot of like transplanting, like propagating of waffle, because oh my god, this child is so grand. Like, it grew so big, and then I didn't want to like cut it, and then I had to cut it, and so I made like a whole set of these, and then there's like more outside in my gallery. And then I bought this the other day. I think it's the pink lily or pink lady, one of those. It was big and overflowing and just gorgeous. I bought it along with this, and then I had to transplant it, and the transplanting process did not go according to plan. And so now we have those there that looks like it's about to die, and then this here that looks like he's doing a little better, but he looks like, you know, at any point in time he's just gonna say I'm quitting. We got this at the side of the road, no lie. This plant, I've always had this, right? I think this is called pennyworth. I was seeing somebody having it yesterday on Instagram, I think it was, and they were saying it's a pennyworth plant or whatever. This grows really, really well. I think it's same thing. You can literally just cut the stalk, stick it back in the to propagate, and it's gonna propagate. It's crazy resilient, right? Because I made this entire thing from just one plant. It's probably not looking the grandest. Don't come for my plants, okay? They're a little struggling, but it's okay. This plant that I got here was actually growing along with this plant where I had found it. And I was like, oh my god, is this like also a plant that likes water and soil mix? Turns out it does. I had like 2 stalks, and now there's quite a few more. This needs to cut. And I went by my mom yesterday, and I got this, the Wandering Drew. I had this already, got it again, decided I'm gonna try again because it springs really well. It does really, really well. So I'm gonna try this again. And then also I got some pimento plants from my sister. So we're planting that in our outside kitchen garden. I don't know if you can see my kitchen garden outside there. It's coming to come. That's bird peppers. So I'm doing well. I have been trying to get an angle like this for the longest while, a part where it is I can actually show whatever is on the counter. What happens is that my counter is like directly up against the wall, so there's like not enough room to actually do that. But I think I've discovered a new angle. I don't know if you check out my video where it is I show how many different angles I use in my vlogs, but every single day, I kid you not, I am discovering a new angle for my videos. So new angle unlocked. We're gonna dish out food to see if it is I can get something in my stomach. Honestly, I don't know if this food is good. We're gonna trust the process. So I had made a cook-up rice sort of thing with peas and stuff. So I love pigeon peas, and I have been like cooking the pigeon peas. Honestly, I'm trying to still learn what's the problem with this pigeon peas, but my mom, grand. My mom told me that I need to like just buy the actual pigeon peas like in the, is it in the tin? She's like, buy one with a brand name on it so that it probably will cook better. I don't know. So I'm gonna try that. Had done boiled this for about 3 days. Don't even. And then cooked it with the rice and everything to like make a nice cook up meal. And I don't like exactly how it came out, but I don't like to waste food. So she says that as she spreads food on the counter. So I decided to eat it, but put like different things with it. So I made a potato salad that goes with this as well too. I am making the most mess ever, but I made a potato salad as well too that goes with this. And I think I want to like do a coleslaw or like mashed potatoes or something else, like a good fresh salad that can go with this as well too, so that it spices up the meal, so it's not just this basic thing, like you can actually have other things with it. So that's just a tidbit. I also realized too that I worked on quite a few. I thought it was just 2 pieces I did this year for myself, but turns out it wasn't, which is crazy, which means that I had at least 3 or 4 transitions from different studios, like different sewing studios in the last year, which is crazy. So I just had like a slight rest and I'm feeling it's coming on again, but I think it's because I need to eat. My pressure is probably dropping. So we're gonna just continue watching some videos. Like I'm getting some inspiration videos. I was watching a video just now. I can't remember the name of the person. But she was showing how to do things like, you know, how to upgrade techniques in sewing, which is something that I really need to learn this year, and I really want to like put a lot of time into this year. And one of the things that I really liked is her doing like the pleating, which she actually got from another video. She's doing like the pleating of a piece of garment or piece of fabric, and then you do styles with that. I don't even know how to explain it, but honestly I like it. I want to try things like that. The nice thing about it is that you don't have to try a technique on something, like on a whole garment. You can literally try a technique on a piece of a fabric or a piece of a garment. Say for instance you're doing something with a sleeve, you can try a technique on the sleeves to just make it more elevated. So I like those ideas. I saved that in my playlist so that I can actually go back and just like look at things and see what I can work on and stuff and really elevate those sleeves of my garments, you know. So I was really enjoying that until I fell asleep. So we're gonna continue watching some other ideas and techniques and see what else we get up to, but for now let's eat. Happy Saturday. I just recently finished working on this. Now I have to call the client so that they can come and try it on and make sure that it's working, like it's, you know, to their standards, because I just have to take in the darts to make it more snatch. So if she needs me to take in more, then I'm gonna have to do that, right? So I'm gonna have to call her. So that was the first thing. She came this morning. The second thing that I'm working on is this. I also too have to do some adjustments. So I have to take in the arms, I have to take in the sides, and I have to cut and hem up it because it's like a little bit too long. So this is something that we're going to work on today, which is pretty cool because hey, I'm getting to work for clients. I haven't been doing any work for clients this entire month really, so it's nice to just like, you know, do something, get a little cash into the business, and before I just like continue doing what I need to do. So it's currently 1:50. I'm currently watching some small business vlogs as per usual. I'm very hungry, but I'm gonna work on this and probably heat up my food. So let's go. that's the end of this week's vlog. I can't believe I vlog. I think I vlog every single day for this entire week, which is very interesting. Honestly, considering we didn't even have a lot of work to do with regards to like sewing for clients, like we didn't really have client work to do. So I'm very happy about that. I got my iced coffee. It is currently 5:45 right now, so the workday has been wrapped up like 45 minutes ago. The last client came and took their stuff, so that's it. It fit perfectly. The dress fit perfectly to the other clients, so everything has been done. I'm really happy about it. I felt like it has been a big break in the fact that I haven't been doing work for clients. I know like the rest of the year, like coming down like next month, the month after, is gonna get really, really busy. I know that January is like, you know, technically a slow month, but honestly, I didn't expect it to be this slow. And I didn't expect myself to be so happy and excited because I actually got like work to do, like client work to do. So yay to me. We do have one custom made dress that we are currently working on that we are going to continue working on for the rest of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. But all in all, that's it. It's Saturday and we just finished a week vlog. I think I was editing next week Tuesday's vlog. So I started editing that this morning and I'm probably gonna continue that probably Monday or something. I'm trying not to do work on a Sunday, trying to like do more fun activities. So I did talk about that in my Sunday vlog that's going to go up. That's the parrots, guys. So I'm gonna be doing some more activities on a Sunday, like doing like hobbies and stuff like that. I'm gonna be filming that. I already did the like, you know, I already have an idea of what I'm gonna be working on tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, all in all, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. At this point we have 57 subscribers, which is more than half of 100, so yay us. And we are trying to try new things. We're doing new things, we are trying new techniques and strategies and stuff like that, and all in all just trying to be better at filming. They were so correct when they say that you need to start actually doing the thing to get better at it. So we're trying that and so far so good. So thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Back a year ago,